Hey, JD.
Good morning. How's it
So,
going?
hey, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, we've been discussing whether we're talking about love on the one hand or Christmas tradition. So
Yeah.
we'll see where
I love Christmas.
the day leads us. Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, I think...
I said it a little
It's
stronger before we hit record. I
yeah,
said
it's
I
a good
hate
thing
Christmas.
the camera isn't running.
I hate
right.
Christmas.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh, isn't it?
Ooh, that's harsh. Yeah. I mean, did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I've always had good memories of Christmas, growing up and everything. I just, I'm not a big holiday guy, and especially Christmas. I don't know. I hate Christmas movies. I don't like Christmas songs. I know.
Christmas
I could keep
movies.
going on and on. It's bad. I'm the Grinch.
Wow.
Turning
Do you like
green
the Grinch?
right now. Again, I don't like Christmas movies, so
Yeah. Yeah, even half an hour specials.
oh, yeah, not really. No.
Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But,
Charlie Brown's good.
yeah, that's one where I'll make an exception. So
Yeah.
why do you love Christmas? You said you love Christmas. What do you love most about Christmas?
Oh man, so Christmas, we have a we have a lot of traditions around Christmas. Family is home for Christmas. It's a time that seems more sacred. The rhythm is different. There's lights. You're at the darkest time of the year, which is awful. I hate darkness. The long winter nights and stuff. But Christmas kind of gives a break from that. People pretend to be cheery. Merry Christmas, whatever. Yeah. School is out. All kinds.
That's the best part of Christmas.
Right.
School's out. I remember looking forward to it as a kid. Man, I can't wait to be done with school.
Right.
Yeah. What's your favorite family tradition? So you said you guys have family traditions. What's your favorite?
Well, I mean, we typically we open a lot of people do this, but we open a gift on Christmas Eve because that's just one of those things that seems like you get a taste for Christmas, and we go to Christmas Eve service, which you should come to.
Yeah.
This weekend, it's Saturday night, 6
This
o'clock.
Saturday, 6 o'clock. Yeah.
And we'll both be there. Both churches
We'll be there. Yep.
represented.
It's a joint service. It's going to be a lot
That'd
of fun.
be great. We do, we have a meal together. We have been doing, well, I shouldn't even say it because we're not going to do it this year, but we have been doing like our own Christmas cookie decorating contest, so we make some cookies and then everybody gets out the frosting and you make your own. Yeah.
Oh, that's yummy.
It's just fun.
You guys do
stuff.
gingerbread houses or you do the cookies?
No,
out
just
there?
cookies.
Just the cookies. Yeah.
Just Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
But that kind of goes way back to Leslie and I on our very first date. We made Christmas cookies together.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe that's part of what that's all about.
Huh.
Yeah.
Your very first date.
Very
That's
first date, we were in college and we made Christmas
awesome. So it
cookies.
sort of brings back that
We
rhythm, that memory
decorated.
of the
We
first-
decorated a little tree with popcorn.
Yeah.
I just had this little tiny tree in my apartment, and we watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, you don't think that's cute? You don't like Christmas?
No, I think that's cute. I cannot like something and still appreciate it. Does that make sense?
Oh,
I
wow.
still think that it's cute and that's cool.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like patronizing me, but it's all right.
How? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm okay.
I didn't mean it.
So, okay, you just don't like babies. Is that it? I mean, baby Jesus, you'd
No,
rather
I
have
love
an
babies.
adult Jesus. You just don't like the baby
No, I
Jesus.
love baby Jesus.
All right.
We don't know anything about baby Jesus really because the Gospels really skip that part of his life. But no, I love baby Jesus. Yeah, no, I'm not meaning to be a Grinch. No, I just Christmas just isn't my favorite.
Wow.
I won't go on a huge rant. Or maybe is this the place for a huge rant, Justin? This is the place for a
It
huge
might
rant.
be a little bit of a rant.
I think I have a sliver of Jehovah's Witness in me. Is that, I know, right? You're like, are they the ones that don't celebrate any holidays?
Yeah. Well, especially, I remember as a kid, there were some kids in my class who were Jehovah's Witnesses. And so we had this Christmas special and
They're like, no.
Well, they weren't allowed to participate.
Wow.
And it was,
It's a little intense.
it was awkward.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they felt, all the pressure, like, hey, what's wrong with you kids, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so I'm not. Let me clarify what I meant by that. I don't like holidays that much, just because they feel phony to me. Because I think at the core of everything, I think the last trip we went together to California, was it? You saw a more cynical / nihilistic. I'm probably not even pronouncing that right. Nihilistic side of me. I really just think at the core of every holiday that we celebrate here in America is money. is consumerism. And it feels that way to me with like Christmas, with Valentine's Day. And I can't even pinpoint when I sort of, lost the magic of the season. But
you kind of sound like Charlie Brown right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Charlie Brown special, that's what he sounds like.
Really?
And Linus.
Huh. Maybe I need to go rewatch it, and there's a lesson for me to learn somewhere in there.
And you look a little like him now that I say it, too.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Charlie Brown.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Massive head?
I didn't.
Balding already?
I was. No.
But no, just I don't know. Every Christmas movie, it's all about getting stuff or giving stuff. And even if it's not, I know it plays into the whole cycle of just making tons of money. I know we like try to reclaim and we reconquer. And I think that's what we should do. But to me, the core of it, the core of Christmas, the core of Valentine's Day, the core of Easter, the core of all of these holidays has been even Thanksgiving. It's a conversation Megan and I were having because she's just like you, loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And the way that this conversation came up in the car, we didn't hang Christmas lights this season.
Oh, no.
She was really bummed. She was like, I really wish you hung Christmas lights. Can we do that next year? And so we were talking. She's like, are you going to be, she framed it. She's really smart. She framed it in the way, are you going to be the kind of guy that hangs Christmas lights?
Oh.
I mean, once we have kids, because we want kids soon. Once we have kids, don't you think it'd be nice if we had Christmas lights? So, she's putting it in a really smart way. And we got into a discussion about it that, even Thanksgiving, it's about eating as much food as you can. And
yes, it is.
It's based on this completely false conception that, Native Americans and the people that came across on the Mayflower got together and ate dinner together, when in history is much more bleak and much more terrible, for lack of a better word. Absolutely horrible. But no, it's all great. Thanksgiving, we ate together with them, and let's watch some football and let's eat a ton of food, and let's just completely gorge ourselves. So it's like that's at the center of that. And then the very next day, we go out and we spend a ton of money. So I don't know. I'm the Grinch. So I just feel like there's not one holiday that I feel like at the core of it isn't just a money making machine.
Yeah. So the funny thing about holidays is they're intended for something. They are. And so like Thanksgiving, the history of Thanksgiving was started or declared by Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War because the nation was divided and he wanted us to have something to be thankful for and to celebrate and bring the nation back together. Mm-hmm. But you're not all about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is Thanksgiving really about bringing people together?
No.
Say no. What I did for Thanksgiving is I ate way too much food.
Yes.
Watched some good football.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't feel great. Waking up the next morning like, wow, I feel like a better person. I really spread the gospel of Jesus yesterday by just eating a ton of food.
Okay.
Just didn't feel like that.
So Christmas lights.
Do you have a ton of Christmas lights?
No, not a ton. But in fact, it was cold this year, and the cold kind of hit. Usually we'll try to get our lights up like really late November, early December. But it was really cold, if you remember right then. And there's not as many lights up around town this year, just I think because the cold kind of hit early. And I don't know. Have you noticed as many lights, Justin?
I haven't gone looking for them as much, but I know we
because you hate Christmas, too.
Are you a Grinch, too? Yes?
Oh, you have one strand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Christmas lights thing, yeah.
Christmas lights are a lot of fun. I have memories from I think my family was living in either Arizona or Colorado at the time, and there was a street that was known as like one of the best in the nation as far as Christmas lights. And so my family every year, we'd get into the car and we'd travel, and there were people that front yard, backyard, a train that goes around the entire house. Like it was incredible to go to and look at that. Tons of fun.
Yeah,
people go all out.
Right,
it's crazy.
They do. I had a friend Derek, and he and his family, they would totally decorate their house, and I think they had to start like, I don't know, probably in September because it was insane. Yeah. It's like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation. It's that kind of deal. But
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. He passed away, and so I think they continue to decorate their home just kind of in honor of
memory.
that.
But that's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool, Grinch.
Yeah.
No, but it is funny though. Kids come along and then you think, oh, the lights. I got to put the lights up, and it becomes easier, I think, to enjoy other people's lights.
Yeah.
If that makes
Hey,
any
that's the
sense.
perspective I'm at. And I know a part of me being so grinchy is, at least I think, at the core of every holiday, at least it's been turned into just a money-making machine. I'm a
Yeah.
big cheapo.
Yeah.
And so every holiday, it's like, oh, now we got to go out and buy more food than we need. And we don't have to, but it's sort of like the habit of, oh, you're a Grinch if you don't go and buy Christmas presents for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like, what do you do with something like that?
Yeah, so that is a weird thing. Okay, so this year especially, money's tight for a lot of people.
Very tight. Yeah.
They're not allowed to call it a recession yet, but we're in inflation. Let's say it that way. And money's tight. The stores aren't expecting as much business and that kind of thing. Who do you buy for when you buy a gift? I mean, do you buy for everybody at work? Hint, hint. Just kidding. Do you buy for, some people love getting Christmas gifts, but if I give you a gift, then you kind of feel like, oh, maybe I should have got him a gift and that kind of thing. And so there's that weirdness. Gift giving is kind of a weird. Actually, I'm talking about that Christmas Eve, gift giving.
Gift giving.
Yeah, it'll be great for everybody but you.
Well, I remember in a psychology class I took in college, really interesting. There was a study done, an interesting infographic about happiness levels after getting a gift versus giving a gift.
Okay.
And people are more happy giving a gift than they are getting a gift,
Mm-hmm.
which is really, really interesting. And I also think it's interesting, too, that with our kids, and I'm not calling anyone out because this is even how it's done in my family. It's probably what I'm going to do with my kids, too, but it's interesting how we normally give them gifts growing up versus training them to give first rather than just get. Because you are even more happy giving than getting. It's scientifically proven. Like I can.
Didn't
dig up
Jesus
the
say
study.
something about that too?
I think he did.
More blessed to give than receive. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. Right.
But I will say, that's the one part of Christmas that I'm not very good at giving gifts.
Yeah.
Because I'm not great at. I'm not great at giving gifts, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And I would say that's the one. I really do like giving gifts. It's one thing that, yeah. I like getting gifts too. I'm not gonna be
You're not gonna turn them away.
dishonest. I love getting gifts too. But
I think giving a gift to some people, they're just wired for it.
Mm-hmm.
They have been watching you and they know just what JD would love. Or this he'll use this or he'll like this or something like that. And I'm really way bad at that. Yeah. I'm just really bad at that. And I don't know why I'm so bad at that. Yeah. But some people are great. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you brought a really great gift to our staff-wide elephant gift exchange.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I hesitate to bring it up only because of where I got the gift. So it was a re-gift of something that had been given to me. And so I'm a little leery to share that with the billion people who actually watch this podcast. Because it could get back to that person that I gave the gift that they lovingly gave to me away.
So you've re-gifted a gift before.
Have you ever done that?
I remember the worst re-gift story I have is I was huge into crafts when I was a kid, right? Like really, I don't know if embarrassing is the right word, but I remember crafts. Yeah, so I remember when I was like 4 or 5 years old, my parents say, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I say, I want crafts. And my parents tell the story of my uncle who, we hadn't spent much time with growing up, but he came and spent Christmas with us for the first time. And I open the present, and he's like a really tough guy. He goes hunting. I open it and I yell, crafts. And my parents just say, he just looked at us like, what are you doing with this boy, with this little kid? He's just huge into crafts. But I loved crafts. And I remember making this beautiful, sculpture. It had no usefulness, but this beautiful sculpture for my brother for his birthday.
It's crafty.
And my brother's birthday, my brother's birthday is in September, and my mom and dad's birthday is in October, right? And so we're probably 5 or 6. I spend tons of time with my hot glue gun, my popsicle sticks. I make this beautiful craft for my brother. I give it to him, and I put tons of time, effort, and emotion into that. And then comes my mom's birthday 3 weeks later. She's opening presents, and she opens it up, and it's this beautiful sculpture I made from my brother to her. He re-gifted this piece of art
Oh no.
to my mom, and I just remember bursting out in tears. I was heartbroken. I was absolutely heartbroken. So
All right.
I have some childhood trauma from
think we're-
regifting gifts. It hurts.
We might be getting at the core of why you hate
Maybe
Christmas.
that's why I hate Christmas right there. I think that might be it. Is that one moment of having a gift re-gifted? I just don't want to ever do it again. Yeah, I think that's it.
So, when you're getting JD a gift, then what do you get him?
What am I getting this
No,
Christmas?
what, like, if somebody was going to get you a gift, like, what if, like, at least one of the billion people out there who watch this podcast give you a gift?
I just ask all my family and friends for money.
money.
So if you want to give me a gift, you can send me
I
a check.
love it.
It's Jeremiah Croft, not JD Croft.
That's your mind.
Check or money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm terrible.
That's terrible.
Or socks. I really like socks. So I have no fashion sense, but I wear Crocs a lot, and so sometimes my socks show. So I like socks and money. What about you? What's on your wish list this year?
Motorcycles. I like motorcycles.
We got to shoot high here. Money and motorcycles.
That's right. You know, I think I think you're right that so much of Christmas has become about businesses making money, Amazon making money, you know, various retailers making money, and yet there is an element to it where people do want to serve and give, and it kind of awakens that. And so, you know, you look at some of the giving opportunities. You know, there's Black Friday, and they make billions and billions of dollars in sales, and then there's Giving Tuesday, and then there's millions of dollars there. But there is that desire to help and to serve and to give. Yeah. And even this Christmas Eve, you know, we have Children of Promise that we're sponsoring, and there's an opportunity to give a gift. And our gift, if you give to Children of Promise on Christmas Eve, it's going to be matched. So there's another giver who will match that. And so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
so.
I wanted to say two things. That the reason I think I hate holidays so much isn't because I'm trying to be pretentious. I fully participate, and then I just realize, like, wow, I don't like how I felt, or I don't like, how I ate a ton, because I ate a ton this Thanksgiving. You know, I loved getting all this money and gifts and everything that I got for my birthday and Christmas, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not that I refrain from it. I wish I did, but I don't. It's more so that self-reflection. So
it's almost like there's something in it that you don't like about yourself.
About myself, yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like the self-reflective mirror. At least, and I've only been thinking about this like a few weeks, so it's still very fresh thoughts. Second thing is exactly what you said. What I feel like I'm most proud of this Christmas season is both of our churches. With us, what we've done is we've gotten gifts. Our congregation's gotten gifts for 37 kids in the Prescott community, which is just I'm over the moon excited. Couldn't be more proud, more thankful for the generosity of our congregation. And then Blue Mountain, with the awesome tradition of Advent Conspiracy, which I just think is the coolest thing ever. Of, you know, in a season of getting, in a season where churches are normally like, hey, we need to boost the books. You know, it's the last month of the year. You know, we need money. Bring it in. Blue Mountain's been faithful of continually focusing outward. You know, hey, let's actually raise money for an outside source outside of the church. And with Children of Promise, I'm just really excited for Christmas Eve and making that last push. And yeah, I really think that's the stuff I feel good about. You know, it's not the getting the new phone, not the getting the gifts. It's the stuff like that I can say, you know, I'm so thankful for our congregation, for, you know, our friends, our family who've given. Yeah, that's what inspires me about the holidays. Maybe there's a little bit of hope there. Yeah, turn it into a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah, right. His heart expanded 2 sizes. You know, I'll say one more thing about Skyrocket and how many gifts? 30.
It's either 37, 38, or 39. I'm bad with I have a bad memory, so it's
so
the
30,
high 30s.
35 to 40 families. And the thing I love about what you're doing there is it's not, hey, Skyrocket just brought your kids a bunch of gifts. It's not that. It's parents who needed help financially, and there's a lot of need. There's a lot of need. But these parents who needed help financially, the church assisted them silently so that the gift actually comes from the parents to the kids. And that's that allows the parents to be the hero, not the church. And I love that.
The parents are coming to pick up the gifts from the church so that they can deliver them to their kids. So it's from the parent. Yeah, there's a huge difference in giving versus giving well.
Yeah.
You know, huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes, I read a book called When Helping Hurts.
Great
and
book. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what it was
Yep.
called.
No, that's what it's called.
and
Amazing.
We used to participate in something called the what was it called? We did these Christmas boxes. Do you remember what it's called?
Operation Christmas Child.
Operation
Right?
Christmas
Is that
Child.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a great idea. I love it. You would go and you get a shoebox and you'd fill it with gifts and a Samaritan's Purse. The idea behind it is great, but the issue with it is a truck shows up in a town and they unload these boxes and, hey, this is from America and this is from these people who don't know you. And the parents kind of sit back like, oh, I couldn't give my kid anything, but at least they did. And that's what I would way rather. I'd way rather do what you're doing, and allow the parents to be the hero and find a way to do that. And so,
Yeah, because isn't it true that the best gifts given, there's a relationship there. There's some kind of thoughtfulness there.
Right.
At least I know the best gifts I've received, it's not whatever has had the highest dollar value. Like I know in my head what those best gifts are, and they're completely sentimental, romantic, thoughtful.
Yeah.
In the same kind of deal where it's like, yeah, we can raise money and then just throw it at people, hand it out, versus enabling parents. Working through organizations that are partnered with local churches that have those relationships, like I know Children of Promise does. Effective giving.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a whole nother podcast episode. We could just
right.
go off
It is.
on. Yeah.
I'll say one more story and then I'll stop talking. When we were planting our church in Kansas City, our funding was pretty. It wasn't a lot, and so we came to a Christmas, and we didn't have any money, and I didn't want to ask anybody for money. We would just get small, simple gifts, that kind of thing, and somehow the school district that we were in knew that we were, things were really tight for us, and the school, not a church or anything, the school said,
Wow.
Here, and they gave us money that we were able to use to get gifts for our kids, which was incredible. And
Fantastic.
And then the next year, things were financially way more stable. We were able to give back everything that they gave plus more. And but I've never forgotten how they didn't take credit. They allowed us to take credit. It just matters so much.
Yeah. Anonymous generosity. Yeah. Truly sacrificial love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a church. It was a school. I loved it.
Which is a witness. That's crazy.
It was great. It was
Wow.
great. Yeah. We were planting a church. Hey, everybody. That's really all we got for you. Merry Christmas. We'll see you Christmas Eve. So next Monday, we will not be here, but we will try to follow up on the New Year's. So we'll actually see you next year. If we don't see you when we see you.
That matters.